Yo guys, got another project here. This is Alex Rome. You know who it is. And I was making another demo for the pack that we're making called Future House Stars that we're pushing to release this week. But it's got like totally awesome sounds. And this little demo here, I was enhancing one of the lead sounds, which is just a big old supersaw with Serum. And an issue I always have with supersaws and Serum is I don't know how to make them that big. But I actually kind of nailed it on this one, and I wanted to go over a question that falls right into place. A lot of my students have been asking me really recently, how do you make a lead pop? And so when I was making these demos, I'm trying to come up with like some explanations as to how to actually do that easily. So I have a really cool project here. It's just got a few layers to it. You can see it's not much to it. So it's really easy to follow on. It's a great learner project. You can really learn a lot with it because, like I said, there's not a lot going on. So I'm going to play this for you, and then we're going to go over some of the things that make this lead pop, because you're going to hear the lead. It's not that big, but it actually works really, really well, and it fills out well. So go ahead, before we jump into this, go ahead and join the Discord that's in the description below. That Discord is a great place for like-minded producers like yourself. You can network with all the other producers in there. They're all awesome. They give you feedback. You can get feedback whenever you want, any time of the night. You can post your song in the feedback section or your current project in the feedback section of that Discord, and somebody will jump on there and give you some awesome feedback on your project. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm going to play it, and then we're going to go over what makes this lead fat and pop. So there's a couple things that make that lead so big. One of the things, obviously, is the sound needs to work. It can't be a thin sound. And you really that has a lot to do with unison, especially in this genre. So it depends, I guess the unison part depends on what genre you're in. If you're in a more chill genre, unison's not really going to play a role. But if you're in a big, housey or a mainstream future bass or mainstream pop genre, unison is going to help you out. So let me go ahead. The hell? That must have been a mistake. So I made this little super saw here with Serum. I'm really proud of that because I struggle at making nice super saws in Serum. And it's just a simple little sound. And to help boost the unison, you could see here, I had a lot of unison stuffed into these saw waves, and I had the detune closer to a rougher unison. So if I was down here, the sound would sound really thin. It's a cool sound, but it's not wide enough and it's not messy enough. I need something airy that you can literally kind of see through. So I broke the unison up with that, and that gave me a wide set unison. So that's going to be really wide in the stereo image, and it's going to take up a lot of space directionally. So when you're trying to get your lead to pop and you're picking sounds, find a sound that, for one, takes up a lot of room on the EQ, which mine does because it has a white noise layer, as you can see here. So we got this white noise here. So if I turn this off, you can hear that white noise layer. So that's going to take up some space up here. And then we have the lead of the sound, the tone of the sound really present right here. So we have a lot of EQ space taken up. Not only that, but the unison helps us take up some directional space. So it takes up a big area of this stereo. What the hell is that stupid pop-up? I keep getting isotope. So if this is our stereo image, I'm looking for a lead that's present up here and present on like around the stereo image as well. So now we got two things: big on the EQ, big on the stereo image. That's a big sound. So once you get your sound selection right, the next part is making that sound as enhanced as you can, so it doesn't stop at the lead. I always tell people a bigger part of making your lead pop is making sure that everything else pops, right? So your lead needs to bounce off of the percussion. It needs to work with the rhythm really, really well. It needs to bounce off of the bass. So rhythmically, your bass needs to be happening at the same rhythm of your lead, or at least a similar rhythm of your lead, so they work together. You don't want your, if your bass and your lead are working, counteracting each other in like a not good way, not working rhythmically together, your lead's gonna sound tiny. So if I play them both, so these are all sounds that are going to be in the pack, by the way, everything you hear here. Oh yeah, and obviously a little white noise enhancer layer there. But you can see the rhythm of this bass line works well with the lead, so that's going to help it. The kick works well with the bass line and works well with the other percussion. So all of that stuff is going to help push that lead. So this is a great little learner project. Excited to release it with the Future House Stars sample pack for Serum with a bunch of other samples too. So stay tuned for that sample pack, because there's crazy sounds in there that I love working with, and it makes making stuff like this really easy. We even got this stuff in there too. Like that. But yeah, guys, I hope you were able to learn something here. If I could recap what exactly you need to make your lead pop, it's a couple things. It's a good lead sound, number one. Number two is everything else supports the lead really well. The percussion, the bass. The lead's not done when you're done writing it. It's not done. That's not going to make a lead pop. Everything else, the dynamics, side chaining is going to make the lead pop. I use Nicky Romero's kickstart on all of my layers. And you're not going to use 100% Nicky Romero kickstart. You're not going to sidechain 100% at any point in any genre, because then it makes mastering really, really choppy and it gets really hard to listen to. So make sure, like, as far as effects go, you're never really going to use anything that's at 100%. But I mean, yeah, there you go, guys. Just a few layers here, and it's really strong, powers through the mix. So get your lead right, get it big directionally and big on the EQ, get your percussion working with the lead, and get your bass working with the lead. So then the entire rhythm of your song works together and your lead just kind of bounces off everything. That's how you make a lead pop. I hope that makes sense. If you want my help personally with any of this, go hit up electronsound.com and hit me up for some private lessons. I love you guys. Peace out.